Hello, 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 my friends, and how are you today? I am so glad you could join us in the kitchen tonight because I am making an Irish beef stew. Are you ready for carrots, potatoes, tender roast beef, and some rolls on the side? Me too. So let's get it going. Go grab your chair and your spoon and come back in and I'll tell you exactly what we need for our Irish beef stew tonight. So glad you could join us. I see your chair, I see you've brought your spoon. You do not need your notebook or your notes app open because guess what? The recipe is always in the description for you. So right down there is the description. Scroll past the description of what I made and there's the recipe for you. Always, always, always. So hot dog. No, not hot dog. Beef stew. Let's do Irish beef stew tonight. What do you need? You need a couple of pounds of some beef chuck. I picked up beef for stew. Easy peasy. You're going to need 3 carrots cut. So I said, why not? Just get some crinkle cut carrots. Easy peasy. 3 cloves of garlic. Some tomato paste. Of course, some yellow potatoes. I got the smaller ones, so they're just going to cut them in half, but you could use like 3 big golden potatoes and just cut them in quarters if that's what you've got. You're going to need a cup of peas towards the end. We'll throw those in. A little bit of olive oil, of course, a little bit of beef stock or beef broth. Where'd my brain go? Beef broth or beef stock, whichever you prefer. A bay leaf, some Guinness, that's optional, but I figured, hey, if you're going Irish, let's do it. Let's put some Guinness in there. A little bit of thyme, again, that's optional, but we're gonna throw in some fresh thyme and then some Worcestershire sauce. So are we ready? I am so ready to get this going. Give me just a minute to get everything open and on all the exact pieces, parts that we need, and I'll come right back to you. Brilliant. Okay. I think I have everything ready to go. And the first thing you want to do is take 2 tablespoons of flour, half teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of pepper, and put them in a bowl. We're just going to take our stew meat and give it a nice flour bath. Pour that in there. How's everybody doing? Happy spring! It's spring, y'all. Spring is sprung. We're so happy. We're so happy. Give us a nice spring weather. Our favorite. Okay, we just want to toss this lightly here. Get a nice coating on our beef. And hands. Let's just get these. Another way you could do this is just putting it in put the flour and stuff in a Ziploc bag or a baggie and just shake up the bag a little bit. You're just trying to lightly coat the beef pieces with the flour. Okay, beef is coated. Beef is coated. All right, I'm gonna set this over here. Let's get our oil heated up. Let's see. 2 tablespoons of olive oil into your stew pot or Dutch oven if you have one. I don't have one of those. I did see some really pretty ones, but I figured my stew pot's just fine. We're still in that no spend November, right? And I did open the Guinness. It said open it and give it a minute to air. I guess there's a really cool plastic thing in here that, I don't know. Do you guys drink Guinness? I've never had Guinness before. Smells good. Smells good. It's definitely gonna add to the flavor here. Okay, we are going to brown our beef in batches. We don't want to brown it all at once because we want it to get a nice even brown on it. So you're looking at maybe splitting this into thirds. Just do a third at a time. That way you can better control the brown on the meat. Ah. But you definitely don't want to do it all at once. You don't want them to be on top of each other when you're browning these. Give it room. It needs room. It needs room. Lots of room, lots of room. Don't fence the beef in. Don't fence it in. Okay, so we're gonna let this brown. We'll turn it over. I'm gonna put it in this bowl, and then we'll start the second batch, and I'll come back to you. So let's let this brown. Looks good, looks good. Let me see. I'm gonna turn my heat down, and I'm getting ready to flip this first batch. You can see it's browned on the one side, and it's now browning on the other. Second batch is in. Getting ready to start turning the pieces over. And again, don't worry about rushing this. You've got plenty of time. Let it get a good brown on both sides. And don't worry about it. If you need to add a little bit more oil, you can add a little bit more oil. I am generally turning them when I see that it's browned or the meat is changing color to about halfway up the side of meat. So if the edges are changing color about halfway, that's when I know. Go ahead and flip it over. Some pieces go faster than others. This second batch is just about done. And the other thing I wanted to tell you, you're going to notice a bunch of bits stuck on the bottom of your Dutch oven or stew pan. That's okay. We're just going to cook right on top of that, and we're going to add liquid. So all of that's going to come off the bottom. That's flavor right there. That's flavor. So don't worry about that. Don't you worry about it. All right, I am going to start pulling off these pieces. And when I get them all off, it'll be time to add our onion and our garlic, and we'll start cooking. We'll start cooking those. All right, the last piece is coming out, and it is going to be time to add our onion. This is one large onion that we've diced up. And we're going to cook this until it gets clear. So it's about 5 minutes. We're just going to stir this dude around. Trying to get the oil to coat all of the onion. All right, we're going to just stay here and stir this every once in a while for about 5 minutes. You can see that they are turning translucent. They're getting a beautiful golden see-through kind of view. They're getting soft. You can push on them with your spatula and you can feel that they're turning soft. So we're right on the right mark. We are going to now add our garlic, and we will, again, we're just adding it for flavor. So we don't want it to become bitter. So we're just going to stir this in real quick. Give it a good 30 seconds. And this was 3 cloves of garlic that we minced up. Perfect. We're just going to let that go for about 30 seconds and we'll stir it in. This is the best part of cooking. The smells. I think I tell you guys that all the time, right? Smell-o-vision. So good. Man, you look a little crooked there. Let's fix that. All right. So now we want to stir in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm just going to use this other spoon, kind of scoop it out. This is when things start moving fast. So we'll stir in tomato paste. All right, looks like everything's nicely covered there. Now we are going to add in our beef back into this mix. Here we go. Then we're going to add our broth, which is 3 cups. This is about 4 cups. I got the big thing, it says 32 ounces, so this is actually about 4 cups. So we only want to use 3. There we go. And there is so little left. You could almost use the whole package, but we're going to go with our 3 cups. All right, we ready? And as this heats up, it's going to loosen up everything that's on the bottom of this pan, and all of this delicious flavor is going to come whopping right off of there. Perfect. And now we're going to add 2 cups, no, 1 cup. 1 cup of Guinness. So it says to pour it at a 45-degree angle. Well, I guess because it's been sitting out for a while, it's not going to have a nice head on top. But are you ready? Let's pour it in. Oh my goodness, y'all. We need smell-o-vision. We need it. Big time. It's so good. Delicious. All right. We are ready for 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 bay leaf, and remind me, we're going to take the bay leaf out when it's done. This, I don't know why, but you can't, you don't want anybody to eat this. You just want the flavor to get in there. So 1 bay leaf is going in, and optional, a couple of sprigs of thyme. And this is going to simmer now for 90 minutes, okay? So set your timer for 90 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll add the carrots and the potatoes, and then we'll add the peas, and we'll be ready to eat. So let me set the lid on this, and we'll let this simmer for 90 minutes. Delish! I'm so ready. I could eat this now. It smells so good. Ooh, 90 minutes has gone by, and we are ready to add potatoes and carrots. Those are going to simmer for 30 more minutes, and then we'll stir in the peas right at the end. They don't take long to cook at all. So we are this close. We are about 40 minutes out from dinner. So let's, oh, look how, excuse me, Mr. Leprechaun. I need this. Wow. Okay, let's put the lid back on and let that cook up for another 30 minutes to get the potatoes and carrots done. All right, we'll see you soon. Hi. Here we go. Before we add the peas in, I want to take out the bay leaf and the 2 sprigs of thyme. So I want to do that before we add all those little peas, because I think it's going to be harder to find the other green things in there. So had a very nice, what a beautiful simmer this is going on. And let's just see if we can find, there's 1 twig right there. Pull that guy out. Oh, and the other one was in the same, nice. Nice. All right. Now let's see if we can hunt down that bay leaf. Oh, there it is. And I do love my big slotted spoon for this. Makes it a lot easier to find it. Okay, cool, cool. Brilliant. It is time to put our peas in, and we're gonna let the peas cook 5 to 10 minutes, just enough to get them soft. That's just a cup. Well, there we go. Just a cup of peas. Looks delicious, smells delicious. I'm so excited. You know we love cooking. And stew. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. All right, 5-10 minutes more, and we'll be right back. We'll be ready to eat. Well, what do we think? Wait till I show this to you. So good. Cannot wait to plate this up and meet you at the table. I've got some rolls heating up in the oven, so as soon as those are done, I'm gonna put this in a bowl and the roll, and I will meet you at the table. This is really, really good. The meat is so tender. The potatoes are perfectly done. The carrots are perfectly done. I'm very pleased. Thank you so, so much for joining me today in the kitchen as we made Irish beef stew. May the luck of the Irish be with you. I so appreciate all the time you spend with me. I love cooking with you. I hope it shows through the videos. This is honestly what I want to do. Just spend time with you and share my love of cooking and all the fun foods that we get to eat. Anyway, have a great night. We will see you next time in the kitchen. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. We are so close to my goal of 300 by the end of this month. I'm so excited. We are this close. Enough people that would be in line with you at a movie theater. So we're ready to go. Make it happen, make it happen. Anyway, have a great night, my friends. I'm gonna tuck into this stew, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.